A very good afternoon. Thank you for joining us for the UBC Lunchtime Roundup edition of the news. My name is Wadulo Arnold Mark, and it's going to be a roundup edition that brings you the top stories that made headlines within the week. And without further ado, let's start with our story where President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni this week during a media briefing at Kisozi accused opposition parties of undermining the credibility of the 2021 general elections, alleging they secretly printed 1 million ballots and illegally imported 1.7 million additional fake ballots from the United Arab Emirates. He said these alleged actions left the national resistance movement vulnerable, especially in Kampala and surrounding areas. President Museveni, who has repeatedly blamed the NRM's poor performance in Buganda in 2021 on opposition ballot rigging, now says that the electronic biometric voting system will protect every Ugandan's vote in the January 15th, 2026 elections. These are the details.
The National Resistance Movement Party NRM was outmuscled in most parts of Uganda in the 2021 general elections, a move which left many politicians and analysts contemplating on what could have gone wrong. However, on several occasions, President Museveni has exonerated voters, saying the opposition political parties took advantage of the gaps in the national exercise and rigged the polls.
Nti Buganda yawagira opposition olwayita si kituufu nze nkimanyi baba obululu.
Addressing a live joint radio talk show last evening from Kisozi Farm Lodge in Gomba district, President Museveni used this forum as an opportunity to substantiate this claim.
So what has been happening now, not only last year, for a long time, the opposition in Kampala here, there have been ballot stuffing.
Museveni says that ballot stuffing is a historical incident which dates way back in 1962.
The cheating in 1962 was by ballot stuffing. There were ballot stuffing because they had, that time it was like a joke. First of all, each party had its own ballot box, and then they were in an enclosed room, Sakati. Put the inside, somebody would disappear alone there.
He further asserts that the 1980 elections were not spared as similar trends of ballot stuffing dominated the polls, even when rules and guidelines were written in black and white.
We didn't vote again for 18 years, until 1980. When 1980 was approaching, we met and we said, you people don't repeat 1962. Now, let's make the following reforms. Number one, don't vote in Exakati, vote in the open. Akasanduku kabere bweru. Secondly, one ballot paper and one ballot box. Okujako tutekewo obubonero bw'ebibiina ne pictures z'abantu.
According to the president, the same ghost has continued to chase over Uganda's elections till 2021, when the opposition political parties printed 1 million ballot papers in Kampala and imported in 1.7 more from Dubai.
But this time, last year, 2021, they went further and printed their own fake ballot papers on Nkrumah Road. Then those were the 1 million. Then they imported from Dubai 1.7 million. So altogether they cheated 2.7 million.
With just a few days left to the 15th January 2026 polls, Museveni is confident that the electronic biometric voting system will guide the country's choice.
Initially, they were playing me tricks. So, no. Of Africa, ebintu byabwe byasiwuka ku lw'enkumbi. But now, we are saying that even if your finger is eroded, your eye is not eroded. We shall go by the iris.
To the media practitioners, the president has given them an assurance of a fair and safe working space in the coming elections, as well as condemning the excessive use of force and reprimand by security agencies.
So your discipline is but I will manage them. I've been training them. Kukigambo ky'okukuba abantu na torture tibyetaagisa.
However, he sends a strong warning to those planning to antagonize the country's peace and stability, with the name Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu not missing in his address.
Mbadde mpulira Kyagulanyi agamba nti abaserikale batono nti bariotas bangi. Banange tumuwuliriza bya Kyagulanyi tebirinamu kulengera, kubanga buli muserikale omu alina amasasi 12. Kati ekibala ekyo bw'ogamba nti bariotas bangi, sooka obala amasasi g'abaserikale ojja oyogere ku namba. It's not a number, it is okugoberera ebiragiro. N'olwekyo tumweraliikirira, mwena mugende mulonde, tewagenda kutabula Uganda, taliiwo. Anaagezako agenda kwejusa.
The radio talk show ended the 3 days campaign trail of candidate Museveni in Greater Mubende sub-region. Robert Nyango, UBC News.
The Electoral Commission on Wednesday last week launched a public demonstration over voter verification kits, specifically biometric voter verification kits to be used in the 2026 general elections for verifying voter identity and polling stations. Now, according to officials at the Commission, these kits are designed to enhance transparency, prevent multiple voting, and ensure that only eligible voters participate in the electoral process. More details in this report.
The trial exercise was conducted in the presence of agents of presidential candidates, representatives from political parties, civil society organizations, election observers, the Electoral Commission officials, to mention but a few.
You could be asking yourself, what is special this time round from the previous kits we're using? For the fingerprints, we're using a technology called capacitive fingerprint readers, meaning that before, in the previous years, we were using optical. It would use light to be able to read your fingerprint.
The Electoral Commission has procured a total of 109,142 voter verification kits to be used in 50,739 polling stations nationwide in the 2026 general elections.
The BVVK basically uses fingerprints and facial recognition to match voter details, which will help the presiding officer to confirm the identity of the voter as being the one on the voters register of that particular polling station.
According to the Commission officials, the voter verification kits are designed to enhance transparency, prevent multiple voting, and ensure that only eligible voters participate in the electoral process.
The system will enable the Commission to ensure that only registered voters vote during the election and that such persons do not vote more than once for the same election.
Some of the people tried with the kits have shared their experiences with the devices.
Details on the register. Now scanning this ID. Now scanning this right now. Biometric.
Experimented the biometric machines that are brought in today. First of all, the process has been okay, especially if you add all the requirements. One, I came with my national ID, I was well ready, so it was checked in with the machine and it was successful. Then on the register, I was there. So as long as you're on the register, things will move so smoothly.
However, some individuals lost access to the devices after failing to submit their details to the Electoral Commission during the testing process, despite being on the register.
The reason I did not cast my vote was because I wasn't in the register that the Electoral Commission was using this morning. In the national register, I am in, and I actually know the details of my polling station, but this has been a demo, like you refer to it. So I in fact made an attempt that they should scan my details to see whether it would throw me somewhere else or show where I belong.
The Commission made adjustments in the voting dates of special interest groups.
Of special interest groups at parliamentary and local government council level.
Amwaeva Njuko and Pauline Onget for UBC.
And in more news from this week, government identified land on which to resettle the flood-affected victims of Ntoroko district in 2019. The land will cost 6.6 billion Uganda shillings. And the Prime Minister of Uganda, Robin Nabanja, yesterday visited the floods-affected communities and revealed that government plans to allocate them land. Let's take a look.
In 2019, River Semiriki burst its banks, causing floods that left thousands of people in Ntoroko district in a desperate situation, with all their houses submerged with water. Soon after the Prime Minister was appointed in 2021, she rushed to Ntoroko to assist the suffering community and promised to find them a decent living. It is estimated that about 30,000 people were affected by the floods in Ntoroko.
Abantu emitwaro esatu mu district ya Ntoroko abarukuterwa amaizi baito bwa hati abantu kenda bisatu nkaga na batano nubo bali mu kampu musanju mu bivera households homesteads amaka rukumi runana nsanju na asatu y'abantu abanyakuli mu campus.
Yesterday, the Prime Minister of Uganda, Robin Nabanja, visited the affected communities to deliver the government pledge of 2 acres per household.
Tuatesa twagamba Ntoroko tukwenda titukwenda tuida kutungaki eitaka report ya Ministry ya Lands ndicho maleteire hanu bakugamba ngo abasajja abo eitaka linu lyabo otukuba tumazire bagabire eitaka linu tukubasaliramu ebyapa buli muntu natunga ekyapa kye nabeera wompora.
The Premier, who is also a Kumira Woman Member of Parliament, revealed that the land would cost about 6.6 billion Uganda shillings.
Era Chief Government Value eitaka linu yaliteka bilioni 6 ne milioni 676. Chief Government Value akakora market survey ya valuinga yagamba buli yika eyeitaka eryo erya milioni 4. Nyanguye ngende kirano okitinisa president tulolo mulingo tulasera sente ezo bano abasajja babasasule mu mwezi nkagumu mube mwine itaka lyanyu ekyo nakyo kikoleki.
Nsaba ngo itaka lino ligulwe government egule abona bagamba lino lyaitu ebasasule
ati mbere nisaba abataka turulize ngana deka government etukuli taka tumumbekera hakaju tukamutegere nkaha.
Prime Minister also directed the permanent secretary in the office of the Prime Minister, Alex Kakoza, to find resources so that the community also gets a school.
Na ye kwenda kuragira omukuru PS akasente kaitu aka disaster tuseulewo akasente tujye tuwambeka abana ba hano batunga okusomera tininyewe kuombeka Museveni ni wakuombeka obakaira mukungama nabanja niwe yatiyambire nabanja Museveni.
Recently, the government constructed a research center at Rwangara.
Tukatesa n'abantu twagamba katusoke irwaro obwomezi nicyo kikuru muzeyi ni waragira.
Nabanja urged the residents to overwhelmingly vote President Museveni on the 15th January 2026.
Abakuja kusasula Museveni ono bakamusima emirimu yatukoleiro mu ihanga muno ntoroko bagambire bo ba muzeyi.
Nakawa Chief Magistrates Court has committed former Special Operations Unit Commander SSP Nixon Gasirwe and his co-accused Semuju Abdul Nur alias Minana to the International War Crimes Division for a full trial in the case relating to the murder of the former senior state prosecutor Joan Namazi Kagezi. The committee follows the completion of investigations by the prosecution.
The former Special Operations Commander, SSP Nixon Gasirwe, together with his co-accused, Semuju Abdul Nur, alias Minana, appeared before Nakawa Chief Magistrates Court for the mention of their case. Appearing before Chief Magistrate Daphne Ayebare, the prosecution led by Senior State Attorney Richard Birivumbuka applied to amend the charge sheet, an application that court granted. With investigations complete, the court proceeded to read the indictment to the accused persons. According to the indictment, prosecution alleges that SSP Nixon Gasirwe, while serving as a commander at the Special Operations Unit, promised US dollars 200,000 to Chibuka John, Masajage John, Monongole, and Chiseka Daniel to have the murder of senior prosecutor Joan Kagezi.
Chiseka Daniel informed court that the murder was planned and commissioned by A1 and others still at large.
The prosecution further alleges that Gasirwe made the alleged assailants at Karere in Kawempe Division, led by Chibuka John and Daniel Chiseka, where he facilitated them with a gun that was later used to murder Joan Kagezi.
A1 sent a team of operatives to her office at the International Crimes Division of the High Court, Kololo, and they took away her laptop, sanctioned police files by the deceased against A1 and others.
The prosecution added that this conflict later manifested in Gasirwe's alleged obstruction of the investigation following the murder of Joan Kagezi. The indictment further stated that SSP Nixon Gasirwe used his rank and position within the police force to recruit his co-accused Semuju Abdul Nur alias Minana, who was serving as a police informer.
A1 and A2 and others still at large provided funds, intelligence, surveillance, and cover-up for Chibuka John, who executed the murder of Joan Kagezi.
The prosecution alleges that Semuju later, with Chiseka John, Masajage John, Monongole, and Chiseka Daniel, to execute the murder of Kagezi that occurred near Semuju's washing bench, Wature.
An interagency meeting was held at Nabuku Forensic Services, but during the meeting, A1 bumped into the meeting and informed the members that he had recovered one of the killer guns from Kayunga. To date, A1 has never produced that gun, an act that was intended to further divert investigations and cover up the crime.
According to the prosecution, the case will lie on several exhibits, including Gasirwe's charge and caution statement, as well as a police statement from Chibuka John, which implicates Gasirwe as being the mastermind behind the murder of Joan Kagezi, among other exhibits. However, due to what court described as unruly and unpleasing behavior of the co-accused Semuju alias Minana, The court was compelled to read the indictment to him in camera. Consequently, the prosecution prayed that the accused persons be committed to the International Crimes Division Court for a full trial, a request the court granted. Senior prosecutor Joan Namazikagezi was brutally murdered on March 30th, 2015 in Chiwatule Nakawa Division, Kampala District. Deborah Namamonde, Viola Nance Subuga, UBC News.
The Ministry of Works and Transport has launched the Motor Vehicle Inspection Initiative, starting with government vehicles. Speaking at the launch of the nationwide road safety awareness campaign, placing strong emphasis on motor vehicle inspection, the Undersecretary, Ministry of Works, Namugambe Barbara, emphasized that vehicles on roads must be mechanically sound before mandatory inspection is fully enforced.
Uganda continues to grapple with rising road crashes, many of them linked to poorly maintained vehicles.
I was seated in a taxi at the lights of Kira Police Station, Bokoto, when a truck lost control and ran into the vehicles in front, one of which I happened to be in.
Speaking during the launch, the Undersecretary at the Ministry of Works and Transport, Namugambe Barbara, announced the rollout of the Motor Vehicle Inspection Initiative, urging motorists to take advantage of the exercise before it becomes mandatory.
We are starting this exercise with government vehicles, but after we are done with government vehicles, we encourage the public to bring in their vehicles. Right now, they can start bringing in their vehicles before we start the enforcement bit, but for now it is, you bring it at your own will.
Commissioner Winston Katshabe noted that the inspection process will begin with all government vehicles before extending to the general public.
The vehicle has passed inspection, and as a government worker, we are here to lead by example.
But to ensure compliance, the inspection fees have been significantly reduced, and want to call upon all vehicle owners to prepare for vehicle inspection to help safety on our roads.
The inspections will focus on critical safety components such as brakes, suspension, wheel alignment, lighting systems, and overall vehicle efficiency.
Then the second penalty is the vehicle will be impounded by the Uganda Police Force, and under the EPS system you can be charged the express penalty, which is around 3 currency points. But
with several inspection stations installed across the country, the ministry has also drastically reduced inspection fees to make the service affordable and accessible to all vehicle owners.
As the festive season kicks into high gear, more Ugandans are trading their living rooms for hotel suites. Uganda Broadcasting Corporation explores why home away from home is becoming the ultimate Christmas gift. These are the details.
The holidays are synonymous with home, but they also come with endless chores and family friction. Joyce Batamuliza, hospitality expert at Kabira Country Club, says the shift towards hotel stays is about reclaiming peace.
Imagine having that fun of you as a couple in a room, relaxing, having breakfast, having lunch, having dinner. When it comes to bar, it's fully open all the time. When it comes to having fun, it's really the best. Imagine having a wine with your family. Imagine that extra time with your family. Because during the year, everyone is always busy, work, school. But when it comes to end of the year, we gather as a family and have different entertainment.
From sparking pools to curated entertainment, hotels like Kabira offer a centralized hub for fitness, networking and dining. But Amaliza argues that since this festive season happens only once a year, Ugandans deserve a luxury reset.
So when it comes to Christmas seasons or festive seasons, we have different still activities. Imagine having breakfast with your family at that period. Imagine having lunch with your family, because during the year, everyone has been busy, starting from the kids, starting from the family. Imagine being in one place but experiencing different things, and really they are really fun. So when it comes to festive seasons, everyone needs to have that time with the extra people that they love. Imagine being with your family, swimming, having that fun of parent and kids together. Imagine that fun of playing games with your kids. Imagine playing football with your family, trust me, it's really, really nice.
Whether it's a vacation or a total digital detox, the trend of extended hotel stays is rising. It's no longer just about a bed, it's about a stress-free experience where the only thing you have to do is enjoy.
And as election day approaches, couples have been urged to uphold love, respect, and unity despite political differences, which increasingly strain families and communities. Leaders were also called to serve responsibly and wisely. This message was delivered by the Reverend Canon Jonathan Chisauzi Salongo, who is the retired Dean of St. Paul's Cathedral, Namirembe, during a Thanksgiving service at St. Mark's Cathedral, Luwero, for Dina Sekabira, who served 8 years as Luwero Diocesan Mothers Union President.
Of our people, especially spouses, some of them, they support different candidates. I believe that this politics should not be brought into our homes. We should remain united in our families and in our homes, so that when you go to vote, you go and vote the candidate of your choice, but don't mess up with the spouse with whom you are going to live forever till death do your part. We are advising leaders that when you take on leadership, the mantle of leadership, you should know that at one material time you will come to the end of the journey. And it is better to come to the end of the journey when you have been leading well and people don't feel like just getting rid of you, but they feel even really that they are going to miss you.
Because there is a journey that we are trekking, and we all believe that we want to be in heaven on one day when we are celebrating God's mercy as married women and as women in the church. I've seen the Lord using me, for I believe by the time I became a president, the fellowship was not so vibrant as it is of today. The women are moving so fast, but the men are following very slowly. And it is my humble request for the new president is coming in to support the Fraternity of Fathers Union, the Fraternity of Christian Men's Fellowship, plus the youth and the children. Because we know it is the responsibility of Mothers Union to have other fellowships on board. I want to thank my dear husband, the bishop of this diocese, my family, who have really supported me.
The program has met our expectations in that it has been able to give us business.
They gave us a contract where we did a renovation at their head office.
MTN trained us in their procurement process and also the IT technology.
I was struggling with managing the finances of the company. So when I went for that training, I was able to improve in financial literacy and management.
Are you a female entrepreneur looking to do business with MTN? Log on to www.mtn.co.ug/AWE. Together, our progress is unstoppable.
This December, all eyes in Morocco. Africa assemble.
All dreams are heading one way.
All passion, all fire.
Because here, we play different. Choose your side.
Show your colors.
Bring your flag. And we welcome you to Morocco. You guys ready? Time to wake up.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Begin Chikang L-carnitine chromium capsules. Plant extract, scientific ratio, take 3 capsules each time. The active ingredient accelerates fat burning, eat twice a day, don't take a detour. Weight loss starts now. Ginshikang L-carnitine with chromium capsules helps you stay in shape. Please follow medical advice when taking this product. For more information, visit our website www.hgo.com or call 0800 335555.
Blue Christmas is near. Spread the festive cheer all December with great deals right here. Shop online with Market by Momo. We deliver. Log on to market.momo.africa. Use the MyMTN app or the new Momo app to register and shop online. Market by Momo is from MTN and powered by MasterCard.
Step into elegance, step into confidence, step into La Vie Boutique. Located at Grand Imperial Hotel, Shop 6 and 8, right behind Bank of Uganda, La Vie Boutique brings you high-class corporate and casual wear for men. From sharp designer suits and crisp shirts to stylish casual t-shirts, tracksuits, shoes and accessories, we've got everything to make you stand out. Call us on 0772 419 181 or 0705 555 558. La Vie Boutique, where class meets style.
In more news, the Public Procurement and Disposal of Public Assets Appeals Tribunal has called on the media to play a more accurate and informed role in reporting on its work. This was during a media press day aimed at strengthening understanding of the tribunal's mandate and performance.
The Public Procurement and Disposal of Public Assets Appeals Tribunal held a media press day to sensitize journalists on its mandate and operations, as well as to improve accurate reporting on tribunal matters. During the conference, tribunal officials highlighted key achievements registered in the current financial year, particularly in case performance and application trends. The tribunal reported handling a total of 33 cases with a combined subject matter value of 1.4 trillion shillings, while maintaining zero-case backlog, a milestone officials say reflects efficiency and commitment of timely justice.
The total subject matter value we've handled is 1,483 billion, so it's 1.4 trillion. That is in terms, that is actually, that was for last financial year, 2024-2025. Now, in terms of case backlog, as I said, within 15 working days, we dispose of the applications. So because of that, we do not have any backlog.
Officials also expressed concern over inaccurate reporting and underreporting of tribunal activities by the media, urging journalists to seek clarification before publication.
Engage us so that we can give you a true record of what actually happened. There is also inadequate reporting. For instance, the 3 cases that I have highlighted hardly met media eyes, and yet they impact on our lives. The Heart Institute impacts on you. Supply of computers to government impacts on government activities. The ICNO matter with URA is an electronic tax system matter, and these are matters that impact on our economy. And we thought that there should be adequate reporting of tribunal cases and activities.
The Public Procurement and Disposal of Public Assets Appeals Tribunal is a quasi-judicial body mandated to ensure fairness, accountability, and transparency in Uganda's public procurement process. Sada Mubale, UBC News, Kampala.
And members of the Umoja Cadres Task Force led by Dr. Kellen Kayonga and Colonel David Biaruhanga have launched a campaign to lure professional academicians in Uganda's institutions of higher learning to protect the gains of the NRM government in the areas of socio-economic transformation, patriotism, national and regional unity, among others. These are the details.
Thank you so much, Colonel and the other.
Some people outside there, professionals, majority of them in this country, that they don't support the government. Me and Dr. Kellen Kayonga, our leader, our chairperson, this task force, we are saying no, because at least we have interacted with you.
You are there to teach. You are there to use that foundation. You teach. Let us have one parliament, one army, one police, one president, one currency. Me, I'm going to die without this happening.
That even when life withholds love, let your country be your love. Through service to the nation, purpose is restored.
I thank the NRM government for the PDM, Paris Development Model. Dear Colonel, we in the universities, we are also vulnerable. We request, we also need university development model.
And yet, academicians have done a lot of research on most of these issues. So we think by bringing them on board, we can bridge the gap between the academia and the government policy.
Yes, as love your country. It is my prayer that may the Lord change your minds and you love your country. The Bible says in Matthew 6:33, first seek the kingdom of heaven and other things will follow you.
Earlier, when I was making an introduction, I noted that for long we have been left out because we didn't have such a platform.
King's College Budo shone at the African Schools Debate Championship in Johannesburg, with its junior team winning the novice category and other squad placing third. The 26-member delegation now qualifies for the Qatar Debate Open 2026, highlighting Uganda's dominance in the continental school debating.
I would like to thank the Almighty God for giving us this opportunity. I would like to thank the headmaster, John and the club administration.
Teams that made it to the finals had never debated, apart from the trainings they had done. But their performance was tremendous. This goes out to the Ugandan nation here. King's College Budo is none other than the best school in speech, public speech, and also life skills learned from Johannesburg 2025. Dear parents, we appreciate your sponsorship, your love, your commitment.
Budo, and thank you for flying the flag of Uganda quite high. Now, officials from the Ministry of Works, Office of the President, and KCCA met to review progress on the African City Consortium project. Funded by FCDO and Manchester University through the Urban Action Lab, the discussion focused on reducing food loss, improving electricity access in informal settlements, and also streamlining urban land registration.
Of what's to do with the land registration, then things to do with access to electricity, those challenges here, then things to do with the food loss, food waste, issues to do with the floods and waste management. So we've been here basically to co-create, to come up with possible solutions as a team on these issues that are happening within the communities. And indeed, it has been very, very grateful that surely we've got almost people that we wanted for the Ministry of Energy and Minerals, then from the Ministry of Works, also KCCA has been on board, from the Office of the President. So you see that at least we've had a team that has got really...
And different issues to do with urban Kampala, dealing with youth, dealing with waste,
food and waste, dealing with electricity, dealing with gaba markets, and dealing with issues of land.
Yes.
The reason we're here today is to share some of our findings from the 5 different research projects that we've been doing over the last 1.5 years.
In Uganda, we have issues around illegal connections, which the government agency in charge of electricity has been grappling with. And through our research, we thought that we could try to understand the causes of this issue, but also try to sit with the communities and educate them about the dangers of having illegal connections, and then sit with them to co-create solutions in terms of how we can essentially formalize their connection.
Of what you guys are going to.
The program has met our expectations in that it has been able to give us business.
They gave us a contract where we did a renovation at their head office.
MTN trained us in their procurement process and also the IT technology.
I was struggling with managing the finances of the company. So when I went for that training, I was able to improve in financial literacy and management.
Are you a female entrepreneur looking to do business with MTN? Log on to www.mtn.co.ug/AWE. Together, our progress is unstoppable.
This December, all eyes in Morocco. Africa assemble. All dreams are heading one way.
All passion, all fire.
Because here we play different.
Choose your side.
Show your colors.
Bring your flag.
And we welcome you to Morocco. You guys ready?
Time to wake up.
Blue Christmas is near. Spread the festive cheer all December with great deals right here. Shop online with Market by Momo. We deliver. Log on to market.momo.africa. Use the MyMTN app or the new Momo app to register and shop online. Market by Momo is from MTN and powered by MasterCard.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Genshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules. Plant extract, scientific ratio. Take 3 capsules each time. The active ingredient accelerates fat burning. Eat twice a day. Don't take a detour. Weight loss starts now. Genshikang L-carnitine with chromium capsules helps you stay in shape. Please follow medical advice when taking this product. For more information, visit our website www.hgo.com or call 0800 335555.
Seems to me now that the dreams we had before are all dead. Nothing more.
The holiday table is set. Steam rises from freshly prepared dishes. Family photos line the walls, but one chair remains empty. An empty chair that wasn't supposed to be empty today. All because someone thought arriving 5 minutes earlier was worth speeding through that last corner. No destination. This festive season, thousands of chairs across our country should not remain empty. Chairs that hold our fathers, mothers, children, friends. Is your rush worth leaving an empty chair at someone's table? Drive within speed limits, because every empty chair tells a story of loss that could have been prevented. Speed kills. Drive to arrive alive. Tofira Kukubo. This message is brought to you by Uganda Broadcasting Corporation in partnership with Uganda Professional Drivers Network, Private Sector Foundation Uganda, and Maritime Cargo.
All right, welcome back. You're still watching the weekly news roundup edition of the UBC Lunchtime News. My name is Wadulo Arnold Mark. We'll take you into more news. Uganda's efforts to promote climate-smart agriculture have taken center stage at a high-level annual workshop held in Kampala this week, bringing together researchers, policymakers, and private sector actors to chart a path toward a more resilient and productive agricultural sector. Let's take a look.
Uganda's agricultural sector, long considered the backbone of the economy, is facing growing pressure from climate change, declining productivity, and limited adoption of climate resilience practices. This was the focus of a high-level workshop organized by the Environment for Development Initiative Inclusive Economy Program, bringing together government ministries, researchers, civil societies, and farmers to bridge gaps between research, policy, and practice in climate-smart agriculture.
We've had our stakeholder workshop at Sheraton Hotel discussing on ways of promoting the adoption of climate-smart agriculture in Uganda. This follows the fact that about 68% of our farmers, of our people in the country, not even farmers, depend on agriculture. Agriculture is the backbone of the country. Our temperatures are changing. Drought cases, floods, and all that, the yields have reduced.
On the side of MAIF, and said, yes, we are going to have areas of substantial interventions in production including the CSAs, because we are looking at what we call resilient value chains. Resilient value chains that will increase production. We target increasing production across value chains by 40%. How do we do that? We have to have CSA approaches. And as a project, we have a catalog of these CSA approaches. There are so many. We have about 13 thematic areas. And Naro, I didn't hear Naro. Naro has a compendium. Currently, they are updating that. As a program, we are going to scale up across all the 69 districts that we are working on.
With adoption of
Speaking on behalf of the Minister of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries, Emmanuel Adeng warned that the agriculture's performance has declined over the past decade. Dr. Jane Soroyange stressed the importance of strengthening the link between research and policy, warning that research conducted without stakeholder engagement often remains unused.
Too informative, the take-home messages that I've picked and possibly what colleagues have picked. If you implement CSA, one, farmers can experience or register high production, but also productivity, which means the cost tries to go down against the output. It makes farmers become more resilient to shocks, more especially droughts and the scanty rains or unpredictable rains. But also, CSA plays a key role in reducing green gas emissions.
Stakeholders called for stronger policy alignment, improved extension services, and closer collaborations across government, research institutions, and private sector to secure Uganda's food systems. Sada Mubale, UBC News, Kampala.
The Ghanaian Omanen Charles Henry Wode of the Ekumfi Otwam royal family arrived in Uganda this week, and he also delivered a peace message at St. Paul's Cathedral Namirembe, and also pledged to support major investment projects in Nakasongola, including starch and cement factories. More details in this report. And in the world of sports, the Total Energies CAF Africa Cup of Nations Morocco 2025 kicks off this Saturday, or rather today, at the complex Moulay Abdellah in Rabat, with the opening match pitting the host nation Morocco against Comoros. Lions, and the moment has arrived to begin a tournament that they are determined to win on home soil, driven by a crowd family behind them.
Bien sûr, كاين la cérémonie d'ouverture, donc يمكن غنجيو شويه قبل على اللي كنا كنديرو. Et après c'est une préparation. حنا de toute façon l'équipe nationale, كيبان اي équipe nationale, chaque match il est important. Donc que ce soit la CAN ou n'importe quel match, on représente le Maroc. Donc on a toujours les mêmes plus ou moins habitudes. Bien sûr, il va falloir gérer les émotions, parce que le match l'ouel في الدار مع الجمهور, cérémonie d'ouverture, عارفين l'attente اللي عندنا. Donc voilà, il faudra que les joueurs ils soient بحال اللي قلت لهم calmes avec nos certitudes, نلعبوا الكره اللي كنعرفوا نلعبوا. امرابات ولا ديال ايغامن خلاونا شويه نفكروا في لي بلان بي, في les adaptations ديالنا على les blessures, mais pour toutes les équipes c'est pareil. بحال اللي قلت, on va pas chercher d'excuses, on n'est pas là pour chercher des excuses.
And that brings us to the end of our weekly news roundup edition of the Lunchtime News. Thank you for being a lovely audience. My name is Wadulo Arnold Mark, and allow me to thank the team behind the scenes. I'm styled by La Vie Boutique, located on Grand Imperial Hotel, Shop 6 and 8, right behind Bank of Uganda.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try.